if you have to identify, and we are wrapping it up now, if we have to identify the demons that we need to slay this Dussehra for sustained long economic growth of the country, which ones would you identify them? I'll start with Mayuresh.
Everybody's expecting earnings to come back very, very strongly. I remain optimistic on the market. एक जो dialogue है, बाकी का market सब जगह, भारत एक जगह और.
Ambareesh, very quickly if I can.
See, I mean, one point which you raised just some time back.
Yes.
Employment.
Yes.
I think that has to be the focus
It's
area
a key factor.
for the
We
government.
need to peg it.
Yes, because that's a catch-22. You're talking of employment, but where can there be employment without proper skill sets? So both these need to go together.
Right.
Otherwise, the demographic advantage which we've been talking about
Yes.
can actually turn out to be a disadvantage.
Do you think it's got accentuated with the H-1B visa fee hike? That's not going to be too relevant.
That's too small.
Yeah. Right.
And here we're talking of crores
Right.
of people.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, because a Ola driver or a Swiggy delivery boy is not employment.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
it has to be a proper employment.
Right.
Yeah.
And Madhavi, very quickly.
I'll just pick it up from both the gentlemen, and I would also agree that we need to get out this broken window policy wherein we think that we are adding value to the economy by breaking things and remaking them when it comes to assets. That is not how we build. I agree with both of them that it's important to invest in R&D. That is the next big lever.
Right.
We need to invest on human capital. That's the next big lever. We can talk about employment. The quality employment is much more important, right? Look at the way China has evolved from being a manufacturing economy to now focusing on tech-driven, now even services for that matter.
Right.
We should have been doing what China is doing right now because we
Correct.
were much ahead of China in terms of tech. Right? They were more a manufacturing driven. So they've invested massively on R&D. We've really lagged behind that.
Right.
I think those should be the policy levers, and policymakers, I think, have realized that they need to pick up on those. But
There's a lot
so
of
many,
catch-up to do, though.
Yeah, there's so much, again, the broken pieces around that they need to fix at the same
Correct.
time. So it'll be a difficult thing for them because we are a democracy, we're not what
Yes.
China is.
Yes.
So there
Yes.
are other nuances that we need to take care of. Policy making is a very difficult task. We
Yes.
can blame the policymakers. It's very difficult to actually execute
But still
a lot of things.
But it's still the positive takeaway as far as this festive spirit, and we'd like to keep it positive. We do see the potential of the stock markets, and perhaps that's the real story that we track on a day-to-day basis. What happens on the ground, of course, is going to be a tough one. It does have a lag effect. Of course, it takes a bit of time, but we are seeing that bit of catch-up on the policy front as well. Madhavi, Mayuresh, Ambareesh, thank you very much for joining us on this special show.
Thank you so much.
Dussehra Dhamaka. I'm Vikram Oza from me and the team. Thank you so much for making the time and joining us here on NDTV Profit. Have a very happy Dussehra.